Probably even it out, huh? Oh. There we go! God dang it! Hope you like the redecorating I decided to do. I mean, it's still a work in progress, yeah, but Teddy finally being useful. Yeah, I don't have a second post. Just stay up! Can you chill? Okay, God, enough of that bullcrap. Hey guys, it's been a while, but I have returned to talk about the Persona series. I know, when do we ever do that? But I still can hardly believe it. Joker is in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I've been playing him almost non-stop. This is not a joke. I have a problem. I wanted to take a little bit of a break to kind of just, talk about him and stuff. I don't know. Now, I know that I'm not known for my Super Smash Bros. Content, but I love the games to death. Played them all, loved them all, some of them. And I've basically been shilling the Persona series for as long as I can remember, so I figured this would be a fun little video to do, to kind of talk about all the cool references and Easter eggs that Sakurai and his team put in this first DLC fighter. Because trust me, there's kind of a lot of them. But hey, listen, in this video, we ain't gonna be talking about things like frame data, true combos, tier list positions, because I'm not a pro player, alright? Who do I look like? Mewtwo King? Come on! This is more so a video to just educate new fans of the Persona games on who Joker is and show off where his moves originate from instead of how strong they are. You dig? Okay. But before we get to learn about his moves, let's just talk about the dude himself, because let's not kid ourselves here, Joker ain't no Mario, Comes from a JRPG franchise which up until recently was considered to be niche at best. But oh, how the times have changed. Anyway, assuming you've never played or heard about Persona before, here's a brief rundown of who Joker is and a little bit about the game that he comes from. Well, for starters, Joker isn't actually his real name! Because in the base Persona 5 game, you can name the protagonist whatever the heck you want. And it seems like the people that made the game also can't really decide what to call him, so we all just kind of call him by his codename, which is Joker. As for the story, I just really don't want to talk about it in too much detail because the Persona franchise has some of the best storytelling out of any games I've ever played. But if you really want to know, here's the basic premise. On one fateful night, Joker witnesses a woman being assaulted by a drunk man in the streets of his hometown and decides to intervene. After the man falls onto a fire hydrant, smooth moves, he threatens to sue Joker on the grounds of assault, and he is placed on probation for 1 year because unfortunately the man he encountered that evening was a highly influential figure in the Japanese government and rigged the case against Joker. Why? He's kind of a jerk. He then has to transfer to a new high school in Tokyo and has 1 year to live an honest student life, where he'll be labeled as a delinquent for the rest of his days. While all of this is going on, Joker begins to have weird dreams about a man named Igor. And after waking up from one of them, notices a strange app on his phone that transports him to a place called the Metaverse. Woo! Yada yada yada, some stuff happens, he awakens his persona, Arsene! Yada yada yada, we rescue a cat-looking thing, not actually a cat, named Morgana, out of a jail cell inside of our school, which is transformed into a castle, yada yada yada, social lingo, yada yada yada, our teacher is our maid? What? How did we get here? I'd go into more detail, but that's kind of spoilery, so hopefully you got a good idea of what's going on here, because in case you don't, I kind of made a bunch of videos walking you through the whole game, so check that out if you want. But now, what you actually came for, his moves. So let's talk about them. First up, let me just say this right now. There's a lot of moves that Joker has. So, to make things easier for the both of us, we're gonna start with his non-persona attacks, and then talk about his attacks when Arsene is activated after that. Special moves, or B moves as I like to call them. Every character has them, and Joker is no exception. For his neutral special, we have Gun. In P5, Joker and all the Phantom Thieves of Hearts wield long-range weaponry, and this is also brought over into Smash. But despite being called literally just gun and nothing else, Joker's firearm isn't actually a real gun at all, because guns are outlawed in Japan.
Instead, he uses an airsoft pistol that looks like a real gun, which has its powers amplified in the metaverse due to the power of cognition. But in Smash, despite looking like a projectile, the bullets cannot be reflected back at Joker, since they are technically counted as disjointed hitboxes in the game's code. Joker can also go airborne with this move and spin around and fire his gun either straight down or in all directions. How can he do this? I don't really know. Maybe he maxed out agility or some crap. And lastly, why is it just called Gun? Well, it's actually a reference to the user interface of the game, which he comes from, where it's just labeled Gun. Yeah, ain't that complicated. Next up, we have Joker's Up Special, Grappling Hook. Not the most unique recovery in the game, yeah, but it serves its purpose of having Joker return to the stage safe and sound. Sometimes. The origins of this move is actually in a game that's not even out yet, Persona 5 Royal, where Joker gains access to a new grappling hook to assist him in exploring dungeons. How did he get one of these? I don't freaking know yet. But he is known to craft infiltration tools, so it isn't too far-fetched to think Joker would own one. I mean, look at his room. He has so much How do you live like this, bro? What the fuck? Forward special, or side special as I call it, is Iha, one of Arsene's signature attacks. Joker snaps his fingers and shoots this spell towards his opponent, and upon landing, does a damage over time effect to his foe. In Persona 5, this is a low-level curse skill that Joker is known for using in the beginning of his game. There's all kinds of different skills for each of the game's main elements, but other curse skills along the Muto tree allow you to instantly kill your opponent. Probably for the best they didn't put that in Smash. Interesting enough though, Iha works differently in Persona 5. Instead of doing damage over time like it does in Smash, similar to a poison effect, all the damage just comes out all at once, and I'm really glad they made this change because it makes Joker feel a lot more unique, and you also get to see the life force being drained away slowly from all the Nintendo characters, and that's just kind of messed up. What the crud? Down Special, Rebel's Guard, is Joker's last special move, and it ties into his main mechanic, unleashing his persona, Arsene. To unlock Joker's full potential and summon his persona, you need to fill up his rebellion gauge. The edgy sounding meter will fill up slowly throughout the match, but will increase rapidly if Joker is behind in either percentage or stock, to reflect that Joker is an underdog from the game he comes from. But by far the fastest way to fill the gauge is by using Rebel's Guard. By holding down B, you will enter a defensive stance and reduce all incoming damage by roughly half. Unlike other characters' defensive options, Joker still takes damage when using this move, which may sound like a downside, and while it technically is, this drastically increases his rebellion gauge, allowing him to bring out Arsene faster than he would be able to without it. As for what this is a reference to, Guard is one of the actions you can perform in battle in the RPG. It's primarily used to cover your weaknesses. Take for example, you have a persona that's weak to ice damage. When fighting an ice-type enemy, you have the option to guard, so the enemy cannot exploit your weakness. Also, the colors of Joker's Rebellion meter reflects the HP and SP meters seen in P5's user interface. But upon activating Arsene, all of Joker's moves become amplified, increasing his damage output and even outright changing some of his abilities. Starting from the top, Gun transforms into Gun Special. What? Enhancing the move's rate of fire and damage. But outside of that, despite being called Gun Special, it's kind of the same thing. A way cooler transformation is the Grappling Hook, becoming Wings of Rebellion. Arsene flaps his giant chicken wings and gives Joker a giant boost to his vertical recovery. While Arsene is out, it is true you lose the ability to use your grappling hook as an offensive option, but you also gain a large amount of invincibility when recovering, which makes his offstage options significantly safer. However, this move is never performed in-game by either Joker or Arsene, but you can see his persona flapping his wings in a similar fashion in the game's opening movie. Also, the phrase, Wings of Rebellion, is brought up a lot in-game by mostly the Velvet Room people. Why do they say this? I do not know. Iha transforms into Egeon. However the crap you say it. Severely increasing the move's usefulness. First off, the hitbox has been completely changed, making the move way easier to land. along with giving it damage upon activation along with the dot effect that had before, which has also been increased. All around, yeah, side B gets pretty dang good when Arsene is out, rightfully so, as in P5, Aegeon is the strongest curse skill that a persona can obtain. Alright, now, I just gotta geek out because this move's inclusion is so cool! In Shin Megami Tensei and across all the Persona games, spells follow a general naming scheme, and this was brought over into Smash Bros. Aiha is a skill that does light curse damage. The upgraded form of that is Aiga, which does medium damage, and Aegeon deals the highest damage out of all of them. Oh, they even put the Widow face in there! Look at that! Oh my... Nintendo, y'all did your homework. I love you. And lastly, Rebel's Guard is no more. Instead, Joker learns the new moves, Tetrakarn and Makarakarn, like Aegeon. These are two skills that are found across many of Atlus's other games, and their function remains the same here. Tetrakarn counters physical attacks, while Makarakarn reflects magic back at the user. And guess what? They do the same thing in Smash, except grabs. Those aren't magical or physical, apparently. And for Joker's last special move, his final smash is an all-out attack with the Phantom Thieves, dealing massive damage to anyone in his way, unless he misses, like I always do. God dang it. In P5, there ain't no Smash Ball, so this signature move is activated after each enemy has been knocked down by either exploiting their weakness or getting a critical hit. While not Joker's highest source of damage in the game it comes from, it can pierce all enemies' elemental resistances, so performing it in battle is usually the best option. Oh yeah, and another cool Easter egg I just literally found out while making this video. If you finish the battle with Joker's final smash, as it kills at certain percentages, instead of the usual victory screen, you will instead be shown the all-out attack artwork just like in the game. Oh my god, it's crazy! And now that we're finally done talking about all of Joker's special moves, let's get into his normal attacks and see... Oh, that's not good. I tried, okay? But as far as his A attacks go, I couldn't really find much that wasn't a Smash original here because P5, if you couldn't tell, is not an action game. It's a JRPG where you spend the majority of your time going to school, and then after you're done going to school, you spend your afternoon listening to people's boring problems. But there are a few. So first off, down tilt. Joker slides on the ground and proceeds to kick people in the face. I love this move, it's great. On occasion, Joker will perform this move while evading certain traps in the dungeons he explores, but you never really use it in fighting, like ever. Why would you do that when you can do this? You know what I'm saying? And up tilt. Joker is always flipping his knife around for some reason, and after he gets max proficiency stat, he can spin his phone on his finger. How is that possible? So him spinning his knife around in the air isn't really too hard to believe, and when he has Arsene out, this attack has an electricity effect applied to it, which is in reference to the skill Zeo that Arsene can also learn. And while that may be it for all of Joker's attacks as far as I can tell, there's still a ton to talk about. Now, let's get into covering his costume references. And luckily for me, Joker's costumes are all very simple references to understand. So, going in order, this purple variant is in reference to the first Persona game, Revelations Persona, giving Joker purple hair and a trench coat to match, to pay homage to the first Persona protagonist in the series. For a second costume, Joker wears colors to match the primary color of Persona 3. You could argue this is also in reference to the velvet attendants found in all the Persona games, as they also wear the same color, but Sakura said no, shut up. Joker has appeared to have killed a banana and now wears its skin as a trophy in his next costume. This is partially in reference to the fourth Persona game, which primarily features the color yellow, but mostly it is to warn the other Smash characters that his knife is not just for show. Next up, we have the color to represent the most recent Persona game, not counting that one, shut up. But Jan, I hear you typing at breakneck speeds. That's actually reference to Persona 2! How could you miss such an important detail? Hey, listen, man. I don't make the rules here, but he literally said in an interview, no, that's for Persona 5. Why he just skipped Persona 2? I guess it's because they're the exact same colors, and eventually the Persona games are gonna overlap. You know, there's only so many colors in the rainbow, okay? Next, we have Joker's color scheme, which is undebatably referencing Goro Akechi when he's wearing his Phantom Thief attire. I know some people are saying it's from other things, and no, it is not. That is what it's in reference to, please. And lastly, Joker has 2 versions of his Shujin Academy uniform, one for winter and one for summer. Nice and simple. Miscellaneous. I don't actually know how to spell this word, but yeah. These next references are not 100% confirmed, but I felt like including them anyways, since they seem to be at least partially referencing parts of Persona 5. So, first off, Joker's crouching animation slightly resembles this artwork from Shigenori Soejima, the Persona illustrator. If you swap the weapons around, it'd be almost perfect, actually. Also, Joker's eyes light up yellow upon parrying an opponent's attack. Yellow eyes are a reoccurring thing in the Persona series, and especially so in Persona 5, when a character awakens their persona for the first time. But then again, almost every character's eyes light up when they parry and smash, so stretching a bit if I'm being honest, but I just want DK to summon in Persona, okay? And speaking of summoning, when Joker has Arsene out, you may notice on his player icon, you actually lose your mask. Why the dump is that? Simply put, you tear off your mask to summon your persona in P5. The way you summon your personas changes from game to game, but that's how it is in this game. And finally, let's end off with a little bit of trivia for the stage that Joker comes with, Mementos. Depending on the stage variant that you do end up getting, whether it be Persona 3, Persona 4, or Persona 5, you can see a little segment of the opening movie on this platform here. Kinda neat. And also, unique to this stage is the effect that your steps make, which mirror the blood splattering effect that appears when exploring the palaces in Persona 5.
And well, that's gonna pretty much do it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video. The support on the channel has been absolutely insane, and there's been so many new Persona fans. I'm so happy about that. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, and might I suggest subscribing to make sure you're notified when I make new videos. We're really close to 200,000, God dang it. This number, I suck at math. We're super close to 200,000, 5,500 subscribers, and my mom said if we hit that milestone, we got a pizza party, so help a homie out. And yep, that's all the crap I have to say. But before we go, I just want to say thank you all so much for the support on the channel. It has been so humbling, just all the new comments, all the people checking out my old Persona videos, some of the people checking out my new videos. It just means so much to me. I really want to try and just pump out more content this year. I know I've been a little slow getting started. This year's been really rough for me, and I've recently been super sick, and I want to get this video out as soon as possible, but that kind of happened. I also had to break up with my girlfriend because I found out she wasn't actually real, so that was a little awkward, but I'm gonna try my hardest to get cool videos like this out more often, and also continue on with our Let's Plays, which we're gonna be starting one pretty darn soon, and I'm really excited about it. But are you kidding me? That wasn't even scripted. Okay, whatever. This video's been on long enough. Thanks for watching. More videos coming soon. See you guys next time. Bye. Oh my God.